Hello, everybody. I'm a practicing therapist and a doctoral student of psychology. Today, let's go over signs a woman secretly loves you and what she's going to do in her behavior, in her life, gestures even, so that you can know what's going on with her. Because a lot of people, sometimes they may love somebody and may be in denial, or they just aren't aware, or they're just not ready to tell you right away, maybe because they're afraid that you'll reject them. And so this can happen. This was requested, and any of the research that I use is in the description box, okay? So the first one is that she's actually going to talk to her friends about you. This is just really common. Even if she's starting to love you or if she's interested in you, you're going to see that she's going to talk to her friends about you. It'll be good, like in a good way. She's talking about it, she's excited, but sometimes you might also see her ask her friends their opinions about you, or if they approve, because a lot of times, especially particularly with women, is they like to, or they tend to want approval of their friends to make sure that their decision is beneficial, not just for her, but if her friends can also see that this is a good person for her. And this may be a good and bad thing. It depends on how you perceive it, but it is very, very common. She's looking for approval to make sure, okay, is this person eligible to some extent to be integrated within her life, and to her friends also see that this is a safe person for her, right? Sometimes it's a safety measure, okay? And so she will talk to her friends about you, but sometimes it's not even her trying to get their opinion. Sometimes she just might go on and on about you, or things she likes about you, or things that she just really appreciates about you, or if she's just really attracted to you, she's going to talk about those things as well to her friends. These details are usually correlated between them. And you might not necessarily know about this, but maybe if you guys have a similar friend group, you can see these dynamics as well, which is why I put that one in there. The next one is she actually might try to help you or challenge you in ways that she might feel healthy for you. Sometimes this can be a little overwhelming for the man, but you can see that this happens where she's actually trying to address things that she thinks might be beneficial to you. So for example, if you struggle to express your emotions, she might prompt you a little bit or ask you a little bit more questions about that. Or if she wants more insight about your childhood, she might ask you about your childhood. If she wants to ask about your family system, she might ask you about, how are you and your brother? What's going on with you and your sister? She might ask in ways to prompt you. Or she might even directly challenge you and say, I noticed that you're not very open about your emotions. Is this something that you can express to me? I feel like you're closed off, right? She's going to try and create a direction for you because she wants what's better for you. She cares about you, right? The next one is that she finds excuses to be around you. This is in social behavior. The research was 2008. And we actually saw that individuals who actually have, I want to say, some sort of attachment towards someone that is strongly geared romantically, what you actually find is they sometimes subconsciously try and find ways to be around you. So it's not always conscious, but they might subconsciously create opportunities to be near you. They might linger after like a group hangout, for example, because she's subconsciously hoping to talk to you. She might not even realize it. She might even find small ways to text you, like small things that are not necessarily something that she needs to text you about, or she could have waited, or maybe it's just not that important. But there's a part of her that is addressing this need within her where she wants to connect with you without her possibly even realizing it for herself. And unfortunately, this is even more common nowadays, I think, because we're seeing some sort of discouragement towards women where expressing yourself or directly expressing your interest is a bad thing, and you need to be mysterious, or whatever these new terms are, whatever's happening, where you have to like get him to chase you or whatever it is. So sometimes that's a dynamic too, where she might find excuses to be around you. This might be more conscious, but she's not making an initiative, right? And I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing. I'm not really sure about stuff like that. I don't know. Some people just do certain things. I don't know what that's about. Well, it's normally because they're afraid to, I guess, be perceived as needy or something like that. I don't want to get too deep into that in this video. But whatever it is, it might not be healthy, but it's still a sign that you might recognize she loves you or is attracted to you and she wants you to make some form of initiative, right? Now, it doesn't have to be a negative thing, but again, I'll save that for another video because that's a whole rabbit hole. The next one is you might see increased attention and thoughtfulness towards you. This research was done in 2006. However, there is plenty of research on this. I just liked the one done in 2006. I thought this one was a good one. Basically, what happened in the research is we kind of examined the positive emotions, including attentiveness, thoughtfulness, connection, appreciation in close relationships, including romantic relationships. So that's why I like that one. But there are plenty of research on it. Basically, people in love in general, male or female, they actually tend to show a lot of direct attention and emotional responsiveness to what we might consider the object of their affection, right? So if a person loves you, they might remember small details without even realizing it. They may offer help. That is more common with males. Prioritizing needs and feelings. If it's a more likely, females might ask you a little bit about what's bothering you or what's on your mind or what are you thinking about. You might see those things too because she's attached to how you perceive yourself and her, and she wants to make sure that you guys are on good footing because she has strong and deep feelings for you, okay? The next one is, especially if they love you and they're not really accepting of it, you might see her actually get jealous in subtle ways, okay? This research was done in 1989. I know some of you guys don't like when I use older research. Any research, in my opinion, if it's good, I will use it. Some newer research is just, it's got a lot of other hands in it and a lot of variables that sometimes the research doesn't seem as clear to me, but there's plenty of research on this. You don't have to use the one that I used, okay? Basically, what happens is when you interact with another female, her body language, the particular lady we're talking about, she might have a shift. She might be more detached. She might make jokes regarding, oh, maybe you like this girl, or oh, who's that, your new girlfriend? She might make a joke, right? This subtle type of jealousy shows that she values your attention and she's a deeper connection, but she might actually be fighting it, right? That's why she's having this internal battle. You might see that. Even if the love is unspoken, that subtle behavior, well, it might not even be subtle, but those behavioral clues create tension and might even be withdrawal, negative reaction towards her, from her towards that other women in general, might show hidden signs of affection, okay? That we can see. The next one is, I think a lot of you guys know this, but it is true. She might find reasons to touch you, and I just don't mean brushing against you, even though that is attraction. But when it's deeper love and connection, she might actually find ways to hug you longer, or she might find ways to sit next to you for a lot longer. She might even want to open up to you and, you know, maybe cry or show some sort of emotion to which she's hoping that you will embrace her or have some sort of touch and connection, right? Now, if you guys are in an intimate relationship where you guys have bedroom activity, it might be that she might hold you or, you know, brush her hand through your hair when you guys are in that form of connection, because there's much more of a romantic connection rather than just a physical connection, if that makes sense, okay? This particular research, the effect of how women use physical affection in romantic context, this was 2010, that research, but there's plenty. The next one is she opens up about her personal life. She might share her dreams, her insecurities, maybe personal struggles, like things she's struggling about within her friend group or school or work, whatever it may be. The reason why she's doing this is because she feels safe with you, and she might not even realize how much she appreciates how much you give her that safety, right? Often self-disclosure is kind of a foundational component to building intimacy. And so research does show that individuals who want to subconsciously build a close connection with somebody tends to disclose those meaningful concepts about themselves in order to build emotional intimacy, if that makes sense. This research was done in 1994. this was a collection of plenty of research. However, there's newer ones too, okay? And the last one is she will hear your side of things. She's more willing to compromise. She's more willing to hear what she's done wrong. She's willing to acknowledge things, okay? Individuals who are more invested in a relationship or in a person, they're actually more willing to make compromises and be flexible towards this particular person. It also is based on a lot of research. This one was done in 2001. Subconsciously, individuals, humans, we know that by being more flexible, we are able to show this person we value them. And so that can happen subconsciously, even if we're not aware. And so those are some of the ways that a woman is secretly in love with you. I hope this video is helpful to somebody. Please like, subscribe. I will see you in the next one.